Well, just give us an overview. You're ready to start. You know, your thoughts as you get another year going.
Well, I think our guys are excited. They've been here all summer and worked hard in the weight room. They've been in the gym a bunch, so they're excited. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to get excited, but I think we're good to go.
Timetable on Napper, if he can play at all?
I don't think they absolutely know, but it doesn't look like it. You know, 4 to 6 months is 4 to 6 months. There's a 2-month difference there.
Well, obviously, with Issa's out for a while, depth, are you concerned about your numbers, and a lot of new guys going to have to step up and play quantity minutes?
Yeah, but they were going to play anyway. You know, D'Angelo's had a good summer. Wes has had a good summer. I mean, if we were looking at, they were going to play anyway. Lamont's been really good. You know, I think it gives, what it does is give Logan Rout an opportunity to play some meaningful minutes. But he's worked hard at it. He's much improved.
What kind of adjustments have you had to make, Joe, seeing as you're like 4 players different than you thought you were going to be at the end of last year?
Well, I don't think it's 4, is it?
Macon and
well,
Macon, Asa, 2 guys got injured, or Colton.
But Bob, it wasn't Elijah, because Elijah and I had that talk. You know, he was going to graduate. We knew he was going to graduate, and you know, he had already set a year, and he needed to go make some money. You know, he's. It was time. I was afraid that if he was here too long, you know, I mean, he got a little long in the tooth, you know, to go do what he could. What his market value was way much better now than it would have been a year from now.
You look at trying to replace Nate at the top of the press. Who comes to mind immediately, do you think, can fill that role?
I don't have any idea. We haven't really, you know, we get to 2 hours a week, and we've done some offensive things, and I don't have any idea. Lamont played there some last year. Wes is long. Actually, Magic's pretty good up there. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got really good feet. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
You said the language barrier has been significantly reduced between.
Yeah, yeah, with both of them. Yeah.
Do you still want to press them? Like that?
Well, I don't know, Justin. We're going to have to see. I mean, we're going to press, but will it be the constant, 40 minutes? I don't know. Maybe we'll go back and play. We're big. We've really got good size. And if we played Lamont at 3, now you're 6'8", 6'10", 6'8" with Sag, 7 foot with Logan. So we might be better served to do something else. But I like the way we're playing. Our guys like the way we're playing. So we're going to keep doing it. It's just it may not be all 40 minutes, but it may be too.
Well, Logan, obviously that's a nice story. I don't remember a walk-on getting a scholarship in the last 20 years or so here. Have you done that before? And just talk us through what went into that.
Well, I've done it before. I thought he deserved one, and we actually had one. Why would you sit on one when you have a guy who's going to play minutes? He's worked hard. I mean, he's really, really worked hard. He's changed his body. He's running better. He's doing so many things better, and he deserves it. You know, he never really. Our guys are really good. I mean, he was never really treated like in some places, you know, the walk-ons like sit over here and then the other guys sit over here. It's never been like that with him. I mean, he's always been very much a part of our guys.
How much does he play?
I don't know. I don't know how much any of them are going to play until we start playing.
Coach, obviously the big stuff going on in the game right now is obviously with FBI investigations and this and that, coaches leaving and whatever. What, I guess maybe not exactly a state of the game kind of a question, but your kind of reaction, how do you feel, you know, being a part, not necessarily a part of what's going on, but being a part of the game that's being investigated and you know, being is there anything that can be said there? Does it feel any different now as being a coach than what it did, you know, last year or yesterday?
No, I don't feel any different. You know, all you can control is what you control. You know, and I have some control here of our guys and our team. I don't know, you know. I can tell you this. I heard one of the Jay Billis said guys been getting paid for 100 years. I didn't know Jay was that damn old. He looks younger than that, even though he lost his hair, Mitch. But I don't. I mean, why would you say something like that? You know, I mean, there was somebody who said they got like 100 coaches called. I doubt that. I doubt that 100 coaches called them, and it was like 80% of them said, "I hope they don't knock at my door." And so, you know, then a guy says, "Oh, so you think 80% of the coaches cheat?" He said, "Well, no, I'd say it's more like, you know, now he doesn't know what to say. Now he's kind of saying, he said, oh, it's more like 40%. 40% of coaches don't cheat." I mean, there are some that do. But, you know, there's people who don't obey the rules in every walk of life. You know, it's just not us. It's just we get a lot more publicity, that's all.
Is it conceivable, though? I mean, Tino's first reaction was, "I'm shocked." I mean, is it conceivable that whatever was going on could go on without the head guy having knowledge of it? And if he has knowledge, it's complicit approval.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, could one of our guys do something I don't know about? Yeah. I mean, I'd find out, but I may not know, you know, right away. But I would definitely find out. I think that what our charge is and what these new, you know, the new last couple years head coach responsibility is that we make sure that our guys understand what we're going to do and things that better not happen, and you know, and if they happen, there's going to be very severe consequences. And you know, my guys know that. But I'm blessed. I mean, I'm blessed. I've got two guys that have been head coaches that they understand. So, and Eric played for me, so Eric's got a pretty good understanding of how things work too. You know what, Bob? We've made this thing to where, and this isn't a coach's thing. This is more a the headhunters and the athletic administration and all that. I mean, they go hire these guys because, you know, they allegedly recruited, you know, this guy and that guy. Well, I can promise you this: there's a hell of a lot more to what we do than recruiting a couple guys. And you know, you look. I told Shane one time, you know, we were kind of joking around. It was before a game, and I walked off the floor. I said, "Shane, one of two things: you need to fire me for the guys I've recruited, or pay me for winning with these guys. I mean, it's one of the two. We don't have those top whatever guys. You guys know that. I mean, we go get guys that we think can be successful in what we do, and for the most part, they have. So, I think our guys are more in line with let's go work and let's go watch a lot of games and let's go see who fits in and who does. Jevon Carter, I went and saw. I loved him. I called Larry. I said, go watch this guy, see what you think. And then Ronnie went and saw him, and Eric went and saw him, and we all four loved him. I mean, why wouldn't we take him? And that same thing with Dax. So we try to get a consensus of, and sometimes you're going to see him play good, sometimes you're going to see him play not so good. But it's got to be kind of some of the other things that they do and the way they handle themselves and carry themselves, and do they like to play? You can tell the guys that like to play and the guys that are playing for the wrong reasons.
Do you long for the day when you could go back to a high school gym and talk to a high school basketball coach and a guidance counselor and a principal and the parents, or is that day gone?
There's good and bad, John. There's good and bad. You can go see a 6'10" guy and he plays against 6'3" guys or 6'1" guys, and that doesn't help you. You can go watch. You can go. You can fly somewhere and spend a lot of money, whatever, going to see a guy, and he gets 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes. That's happened before. So this gives us an opportunity to see guys. It's just people got to do the right thing. That's all. I mean, if all this stuff is true, I mean, what a shame. But it's like anything else, man. I mean, if there's money involved, it gets infiltrated. I mean, and that's any walk of life. You got guys. This whole thing started because some guy embezzled a bunch of money. That's how the whole deal started. It wasn't a basketball thing. It was because it was a basketball player, I think, that lost the most money in embezzlement. But, I mean, there's good people and bad people everywhere.
Ms. Patino, you've been in a number of different leagues with them, coached against them a number of times.
I don't know. Did we miss Calhoun? Did we miss, there's a lot of guys, and personally, I've got a great relationship with Rick. I got a good relationship with Calhoun, if Rick wants to, he'll end up on TV. So I think the thing that you learn, Justin, is that it's kind of like you go to Final Four, or you go to a coaches convention, and you say, they say, Justin Jackson just got fired. Man, that's terrible. He's a good guy. Wonder who's getting that job. It's that fast, So, I mean, guys come and guys go. I mean, Rick is one of the great coaches of all time. But I mean, we're all gonna pack it in at some point in time.
Speaking of Carter, what has he done to put him where he needs to be this year? All the things he did this summer, where he's at right now as a player.
Well, he's playing with a supreme amount of confidence right now, which is, that's part of it. You come in here as a freshman, and the game goes so fast, and you're trying to keep up with the game, and you go too fast because you're trying to keep up with the game, and I think for JC, the game slowed down for him. He's still, if he's not the best on-the-ball defender in the country, he's right up there. He's shooting the ball well. He's making better decisions. But he works at it. He's not a guy who shows up for practice and practices and then goes home and goes to sleep, or goes and does whatever. He comes up, he watches practice tape, he watches old game tapes. He really wants to be a great player, but he's been that way all along. That didn't just happen. I mean, and you think about he was really a two guard, you know, because we had Wani and Gary, and then Wani hurt his knee. Rico Gathers fell on Gary, and all of a sudden he's the point guard. He did a good job. He did a good job just getting thrown into that and not really ever playing there before.
Where does he rate work rate with like Dejan, Alexander, Forts, and some of those guys you have? Where do you put him?
He's right there. I mean, he spends an enormous amount of time in the gym. Those guys spend a lot of time in the gym, but they didn't spend there as much time watching film as he does. Not even close.
Going back to the NCAA stuff, maybe we're cynics, but I think the perception was, or the reaction was, well, this day was coming, right? Something like that, some scope. And then I think Byron Piggy was like 20 years ago. And it kind of happened again, different outcome, but like how was it so, I guess not policed or whatever, or not corrected where it gets sustained and still happen in some regard?
I don't know. I mean, I don't do it. It's not, so I don't, I mean, I don't.
I mean, there should, I don't know, is there a reform system in there that, I mean, can it be police? Is it so broad that it's almost too expansive to?
Well, it's, you know, it's kind of like a guy told me one time. He said, you know, in most cases, you know, you take a poor kid and you buy him a new washer, dryer, and, you know, a couch and some chairs and, you know, maybe a decent bed to sleep on, and you're considered a hero, and they put you in a parade. And if we do it, we're criminals. And you know, there's some truth to that, but not much. I mean, you know, everybody at the end of the day has got to answer to themselves. And I don't know that I have a moral issue with it. I couldn't coach them. I could never go in to practice and have somebody holding something over my head. That's the thing that scared me more about, you know, doing the wrong thing, is that, you know, and all of a sudden you get crossways with a guy for whatever reason, and all of a sudden you're done for. And I don't know how they do it. I don't know if all that stuff that they're saying is the way it is. I don't know how you're not held hostage to them. And I couldn't do my job.
You know, people like Piggy were charged, but do you think that jail time and such widespread publication of the jail time that these guys are getting might be a solution here?
Is it in any occupation? I mean, think about it. Guys embezzle money, they go to prison. Guys embezzle money, they shoot themselves in the head. Has it stopped people? No, it hasn't stopped anybody. No, I guess if you think you can get away with it, you probably do it. You know, I mean, I didn't think all those people probably thought they were going to get caught. You think the guys selling drugs think they're going to get caught? I mean, I don't know. I don't think guys going to. I mean, would maybe some people, will it everybody? No. I mean, you know, there's AAU guys making a lot of money. There was one event this year where it was, I want to say it was $300 a coach. It wasn't like $300 a staff. It was $300 a coach. So, you know, you have 3 guys go. You have, say all 4 guys go. It's $1,200 from one program. There's a lot of money to be made out there. So, is that going to stop people? No. I mean, what a great way to make money and not work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I mean, there's people say, well, you eliminate summer recruiting. Now, when do we see kids? I don't know that that's a good solution. But I don't have one. I don't have a solution.
Coach Carter, kind of an interesting offseason in the sense that, he goes through the draft process, he goes to the Chris Paul camp. I think a few weeks ago he got invited to that NBA process thing. How has that helped him maybe develop on the court, off the court? How is he going to be different this year than what we've seen before?
Well, first of all, he really didn't go through the draft process. His whole deal was, I can go get a workout in, find out what they're asking you to do, and I'll be prepared for it next year. There was never 1 second that JC ever thought about leaving. But it was an opportunity to find out what he needed to work on, what he needed to do to be able to move to that next level, which I think is, that's a pretty smart thing. And we've had guys, let's be honest now, we've had guys that have been a whole lot better for them if they had gone about it that way. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, you send a thing into the NBA and they send you back about where people are going to be drafted, and I've done this for a long time, and they're pretty close now. I mean, they're pretty doggone close. And I think I've told you this before. Kenyon came in and said, everybody's telling me I need to go to the draft. This is after his junior year. And I said, Ken, I don't know. I mean, but we ought to get as educated about this as we possibly can. So we sent the thing in. They came back. He'd be 19 to 21. And he came in. He says, "What?" And I said, they're saying you go 19 to 21. He said, "What should I do?" I said, "I don't know. I mean, 19 to 21 compared to being first, second, or third, which I think you can be, it's well worth coming back. And plus, you enjoy it. But it's up to you. It's your decision." And he left, and he came back later that day. He goes, "Coach, I'm staying. I think we can win a national championship," which I think we could have had he not got hurt. He said, "That's more important to me." And he ended up being a #1 draft pick with a broken leg. That means you're pretty good.
So, your schedule this year, most ambitious non-conference schedule?
No, it's too hard. It's too hard. That's why Billy retired. Billy made the schedule, then retired. Billy will never take the blame. I don't know. Yeah, we need to play Pitt, I think. I mean, I think it's great for both schools. We had a series going with Virginia. We're going to play somebody in the Big East SEC Challenge, and then they come and say, "Will you be the team that opens up the season for college basketball?" How do you say no to that? And so we're playing Texas A&M. I think the hard thing is, and I think what our people haven't even realized yet, is you go through those games. We're playing Long Beach State, who is picked to win their league, and they're very good. We're playing Fordham, who's an A-10 team. They can beat you. And then we're going to Orlando, and we're going to play at least 2 high majors, maybe 3 high majors there. That's a lot of hard games. And that's before you start playing in the hardest league in the country. So I think we're pretty good. We better be. Because that's a hard schedule now.
Some of the younger kids, your impressions of now, with Wes and D'Angelo and some of those guys.
They got a lot to learn, Mitch, but they're talented. D'Angelo's 6'6" and long, and he's got some ball skills, and he can make shots. Wes rebounds it. He's really athletic, and he can step out and make shots. Teddy finds ways to score. Unfortunately, so does his man, which is something we got to fix. But their guys are going to help us. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt. We basically got 5 guys inside, but a couple of those guys are going to have to play some 3 as well. You know, they're going to have to play out on the perimeter as well. But, you know, I think look at if you play, for instance, you play Lamont at 4. That's going to stretch people now. You know, the way he makes shots, that's going to stretch people, which really opens things up for JC and Dax, and you know, those guys that can drive it. Beadle's going to have to play. You know, with Napper gone down, that makes Beadle, you know, really important for us, and he's got to continue to get better and get stronger, which he is. We got good guys, you know. I mean, we got. I don't have all the issues that other people have, and I think a lot of it's our culture here. The culture here is that they want you to graduate, they want you to be successful. You know, they're willing to put time in with you, and I think it just leads to having good guys, not, you know, not guys. Our guys aren't in trouble, you know.
The way Canate has developed, is it fair to say that you're going to need a jump in production? More expectations, I guess, maybe is a better way to put it.
Yeah, we have a lot higher expectations of them. But you know, Justin, the thing about it is those guys, and I couldn't name you one guy that hasn't put extra time in the gym, and Sag certainly is one of those guys. He's shooting the ball better. He's scoring it better inside. He runs better. Physically, he's a lot stronger. Dax is Dax. Dax, you know, some days he makes them all, and some days he struggles a little, but he plays hard. You know, you don't have to worry about his effort at all. He plays hard, and he's I think going to be a really good defender. He knows what he's doing. You know, the hard thing is when you come in and you got 5 guys and you got to try to coach them all. I don't have to coach JC and Dax. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what's expected of them. They know what to do.
Dax, Hunter, Chase.
I don't know. I don't care. I just, you know, I look down there. If somebody looks like they're ready to play, I put them in.
Carter's the best player in the Big 12 right now. Could he be?
If he's not, he's tied for it. You know, Mitch, you know how you tell when you got a good team? When you're sitting there and you look down and everybody's like, you know, up off of their chair ready to go in, and then you have a bad team, you look down there and they all go like, that's a bad team.
Bob, do you know how exactly how long half a season is with these?
I think so. It's 15 or 16 games. I don't know.
Trying to split 31.
Which
I
one?
figure he's not going to be eligible at halftime of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So do you know, like, which one it is?
I think it's 16, but I'm not sure.
What do you, it's kind of new to you with a situation like this. I guess Dennis was similar, but what plan do you have for him so he's not left behind, that, you know, come game 16 or 15 or whatever it is that he's ready
To this
go?
point, Mike, he's been really good. He's been really good. Now, you know, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard on him. I mean, it'll be hard for him to come in and practice that hard every day, and knowing that you don't have a game on Saturday. But I think he understands it. I think he understands, you know, what's at stake for him. I think he understands how hard he's going to have to push himself.
With as much work as your guys put in, was there a certain frustration level when they didn't find out that, you know, East is gone now for half the season? Because that's the guy you were
Frustration level for our guys.
Yeah.
Not for the guys that were going to get more minutes.
Yeah. There's only so much pie.
That's right, exactly right. There's only one pie.